On this video, I'm going to share the actual truth to letting go, surrendering, and detaching. And at the end of this video, I'm also going to show you a strategy that I've been utilizing so that I can actually let go. I don't know about you, but I've had a hard time in the past, historically speaking, of actually surrendering and letting go. And on this video, I'm going to share several different metaphors that's going to help you surrender even more so that you can actually let go. What's up, guys? My name is Nico Rapkless. Welcome to the YouTube channel where we talk all about magnetic manifesting that helps you draw in your manifestations quicker and easier. That's backed by decades of research and neuroscience and energetics and psychology. So if you're down with that, we're on a mission to helping 20,000 magnetic manifestors draw in their manifestations easier and faster. That's all backed by neuroscience, energetics, and psychology. So if you're down with that, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's dive in. So what is this all about? Well, before we get into the surrendering and the letting go, let's talk about what the process is of manifestation and why letting go and surrendering is so damn important, okay? I always like to draw it out like a plant metaphor, okay? Manifestation is nothing more than the creation process, just as a plant is being created. How does that go, right? We take a seed, we plant the seed, okay? We put it in the ground. Then what do we do next? We actually nurture that seed, okay? We put sunlight on it, just like I'm getting sunlight right here. We put water on it. We do that over a consistent period of time. We constantly nurture that. We nurture it. It's planted in good soil. We nurture it, we nurture it, and we nurture it. Eventually, it sprouts and it is actually created. So that's the exact same thing that happens with manifestation. We need a seed, we need to nurture that seed, and then eventually it sprouts. So how does this correlate to the human experience? Well, what are the seeds? Okay, it all starts with the seeds. Everything starts with the seeds. No matter if it's a plant or it's a human being with our manifestation. So the important part is that you plant the seed. And what are the seeds with the human? Well, it's our thoughts, okay? It's our thoughts. So it's always gonna start with our thoughts. So what are you consistently thinking on a daily basis? Because that's gonna determine your vibration. That's gonna determine your feelings. And in a minute, I'm gonna talk about the law of vibration, why that is actually the true key to manifestation in addition to letting go and surrendering. Okay, but it's all gonna start with your thoughts. And what is your dominating thoughts? Okay, your dominant thoughts, not just like, oh, I had a thought here and there, I had a thought here and here, I wanted the Ferrari, I wanted the relationship. No, it's what is the dominating thoughts. That's why it's so important to constantly remind yourself of the things that you truly desire on a consistent daily basis. And we have a really powerful tool that actually helps people keep those dominant thoughts day in and day out. And I'll explain what that is here in a second that we offer inside of our Skool community. But you have to understand that. You have to understand that the thoughts are everything that's going to be driving everything. If it's not a dominant thought, you have no chance, okay? So whatever our dominant thoughts, and usually most people, they revert back to old patterns, old thoughts that just are the things that are in their subconscious. And then that's the reason that they're getting the life that they've always gotten, is because they have not changed their subconscious. It's not the dominating thoughts. Once it's into the subconscious, that's when it becomes a dominating thought. So that's why it's so important to remind yourself every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day. And here's a little hack, okay? You wanna know a little hack that helps you really organize your thoughts a little bit more? Think about the words that you are using. And this is why it's so powerful to actually get a coach, because of the fact that coaches can realize what you're saying, because what you're saying is an indicator of what your thoughts are. And it's easier to navigate what you say than it is to control your thoughts or navigate your thoughts. Okay, we have 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day, and our words are just illustrations of what our thoughts are. So one of the best ways to navigate your thoughts is to navigate your words. So if you're using disempowering language, that typically means that you have some work to do within your subconscious and your thoughts. A couple of the words that I always love avoiding is things like need, have to, and just generally talking about anything that I don't want. I don't want to talk about anything that I don't want. I simply am talking about the things that I desire and want to pull in. Okay? And once you really understand that, that is when things really start shifting. So just start becoming a little bit more aware of the language that you are using, and even have friends, or if you want to hire a coach, like that's obviously one of the best ways to do it, that can identify the words that you are using that are not empowering. And a lot of times we won't even notice this, and that's why it's important to have an outside perspective help you with that, okay? So really be cognizant of the words that we use and the thoughts that we have, because whatever the dominant thought is, that's what's going to perpetuate inside of our life, because again, it all starts with those seeds. Now, again, like I mentioned, we have a really powerful tool that I'll talk about here in a second that is inside of our Skool community, but I want to get to part number 2 of the nurturing. Okay, what does nurturing mean in terms of the human experience? Yes, it's sunlight and water, but that's not like if we just water ourselves and give ourselves sunlight. Obviously, that's a really important thing. We want to get sunlight, we want to drink lots of water, but in terms of manifesting, okay, what does that nurturing process look like? Well, at the same time, it is very true. Like, we want to get sunlight, we want to get water, we want to get good sleep. Those are all imperative things, which are going to drive your emotions. So your thoughts are going to drive your emotions, but you want to be intentional about what are you instilling within those thoughts, right? Your thoughts are gonna create emotions because they always secrete some type of hormone, some type of chemical inside, not chemical, some type of hormone inside of your body. Whether that's, if it's a positive thought, it's things like serotonin, oxytocin. If it's a negative thought, it's things like cortisol. And then that's dumped in your body and your body starts reacting to that, and that's what creates emotions. But you also can evoke emotions within yourself, because at the end of the day, we are just attracting what we are vibrating, our dominant vibration. Okay, again, our dominant vibration. So if you sit down and you meditate and you feel really good, awesome, that's amazing. Or you do some type of guided visualization, which is again something I'm going to talk about here in a second. You do that for 5 minutes a day, that's amazing, right? But what happens after that 5 minutes? Do you go back to fear, scarcity, and lack, and those are the emotions that you're experiencing on a daily basis, and those are the dominating emotions? Or you go back and you're excited about life and you're having fun? Like, whatever the dominant thought is, that's what your nurturing process is. So effectively, if you're going to fear, scarcity, and lack, that's essentially the lack of sunlight that you're giving your seeds. That's the lack of water that you're giving your seeds. However, if you are experiencing abundance, joy, love, that's the type of nurturing you're doing to those seeds that you gave those thoughts and you put in order, right? So it's really important to really constantly integrate positive, feel-good emotions, because that's what you are attracting, and you have to do it on a consistent daily basis, because it's the dominating thoughts that you're going to continue to attract. Okay, now if this is all kind of new to you and you don't even really know where your thoughts are, you don't know where your emotions are, that's why we cultivated and developed this tool called Vision Espresso. And again, as mentioned, we offer this inside of our Skool community. It's a guided visualization audio, custom to you, custom to your vision. Even if you're not clear on your vision, we help pull your manifestations out and put this together, and it's in your voice. So it's a really, really powerful tool. And some of our clients, they 5x their business in 30 days. They go from a 7-figure business to a mid 8-figure business. They manifest their dream penthouse apartment by just simply going through the process of creating this, and then they listen to it every day, because then that puts them in the dominant thoughts. Their dominating thoughts are exactly what they want. Their dominant vibration is what they want, the love, joy, excitement. And they just keep on listening to that every day, and they just perpetuate it. And it's like memorizing a song. If you memorize a song, how'd you do it? You would immerse yourself in it all day long. Now you have a tool to immerse yourself in that all day long. So it's a really powerful tool. I'll show you how to get that here in a second, how you can join our Skool community. But I want to jump into the last part of this video, which is letting go. Okay, I've been reading some books that have helped me drastically with letting go, and it is one of the most important parts. Historically speaking, I have not been great at letting go, but I am on a new commitment to letting go and becoming the absolute best at letting go, right? Mastering letting go, because I saw a video that talked about if you just master the art of letting go, your life will be your oyster, and you'll have so much more peace and abundance and joy, and it'll just be a much more fulfilling life. So I heard that and I'm like, I am committed to becoming the absolute best, and I'm committed to mastering letting go. So what does this actually look like? Well, one of the things that we always talk about inside of our Skool community, and we go live every Thursday, so you can come in and gain access to us. All the links will be down in the video description, but basically, in terms of letting go, okay, one of the best things that you can do is just focus on having fun, being present, and being the observer of your thoughts. Okay, one of the things that I highly recommend is constantly visualize and see this metaphor as if you have a drone that is constantly circling above around you and just observing and watching you, how you're operating through the day-to-day, right? Being the observer, because simply put, just as Michael Singer talks about all the time in the surrender experiment, and The Untethered Soul, which again, I did reviews on both of those, so I strongly recommend you can check them out here, right? But he talks about you are the observer of your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. So if you can just be the observer, i.e. a drone that is constantly circling around you, you have a broader perspective and saying, oh, look at that guy. He's making a video right down below on the roof of his apartment complex, right? And these are the thoughts that are coming up. And he's just, don't getting attached to the thoughts. It's just observing that the thoughts are coming. And it's just like, as you can see, the clouds in the background, they're just like, these are my thoughts, right? They're just up there. And the more that I just see them and say, oh, there's the clouds. And then I say, my thoughts come in, I'm like, oh, those are my thoughts. And I just let them go. And I just observe them, not get attached to them. That's when you can truly surrender and letting go. And when you combine that with just simply having fun, doing things that make you feel alive and you're laughing. Oftentimes I go back to fart videos because that's what makes me laugh and enjoy things. I was even on a client call yesterday talking about fart videos, and it really got him into a really great state when he was at a lower vibration. So we needed to boost his vibration, and the thing we did is we opened up some fart videos, right? Sounds very, very silly, but it worked, and he's at a much higher vibration at the end of the call. So when you can surrender and let go and view yourself as there's a drone circling around you at all times, and you're simply observing your thoughts and not holding on and trying to pull these flowers out of the ground thinking that they're going to grow better if you pull them out and hold on tight, but simply just observe them. Watch the flowers continue to grow. That's what's going to continue to help you. And that's the biggest key to manifestation, is because it's a two-step process. It's the focus, the intention, the thoughts, the emotion, which is basically putting the hot air in the hot air balloon. But the next step in terms of actually bringing it into fruition is the true letting go. And the letting go is cutting the ties to the ground and letting go of the sandbags so that you can naturally lift up. Right? So when you just constantly do that, you're constantly putting focus and attention to where you want to go and who you want to become, but you're letting go and not caring how it all looks, and truly having the understanding that everything is happening exactly the way it's supposed to and the divine timing that it is supposed to. That's when you're going to be a powerful force. So again, the three-step process is the intention, the thoughts, the dominating thoughts, right? Then you cultivate that with the emotions, the dominant emotions. And then you just surrender and let go by constantly thinking about the drone above you and just observing your thoughts and having fun, even putting together a list of all the things that you're having fun with, the big wins. You focus on all the things because what you focus on expands. So that's the three-step process. And then part number 3 is truly the letting go process, is having fun, enjoying yourself, laughing as much as possible. Find the things that make you laugh, even if it's just funny fart videos online. It's so powerful. Right? And you keep on focusing on that after you put the intentions out, after you put the emotions out, and then you just have fun. You take aligned action. So many people get it twisted, okay? We always talk about this inside of the Skool community, is the woo and the do, okay? You can't just get stuck on, hey, meditate, feel good, thoughts and feelings and emotions and letting go. That's great, but that's more on the woo side. The do side is the plan of action. Okay, what are you gonna do now with your business? How are you generating leads? How are you turning those leads into sales? How are you fulfilling? Focus on all that stuff and getting organized. With one of my clients we talked about yesterday, we put them on the 90-day GPS tracker that we do inside of our accelerator program, so that you can actually track your progress every 90 days, how you're going and progressing to your 90-day goal, and seeing, okay, am I actually on track? Okay, taking those actions. If you get stuck in just the woo, you'll feel good, but your life won't reflect on where you want to go. And then if you're always in do, you're just hustling going, you can get burnt out. So it's about finding that middle ground and constantly floating and utilizing tools like the GPS tracker that can help you with that, or whatever is going to help you stay organized, right? So we talk a lot more about this type of stuff inside of our Skool community. We talk a lot about this inside of our other videos. And in fact, I made another video about even more about letting go and detaching. It's one of our favorite YouTube videos. You can check it out here. It will also be down in the description or one of the first comments, right? But again, if you want to become a magnetic manifester, you want to take this up to the next level, you'd like to be a part of the first 20,000 people that we're turning into magnetic manifestors, make sure and subscribe to this YouTube video, this channel, as well as join our Skool community. And we talk all about all this stuff on this video. So it'll help you understand what it really takes and how we can help you become a magnetic manifestor. So go and check that out right now. My name is Nico Rapquist. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll talk to you on the next one.